Welcome everybody! Welcome to Livorno. Today, we're taking you to discover one of the hardest and most spectacular events of its kind, the 35th edition of the Risi'atori Cup, a deep water competition where teams of rowers challenge each other 4 miles off the coast in any weather condition, powered exclusively by their own muscles and motivation, recalling the times when men genuinely lived off the sea.
Livorno nasce col porto e dal porto tutte le storie nascono da lì. La maggior parte, diciamo, di noi ha nelle sue famiglie, nelle sue radici, gente che viene da queste diciamo, gesta di questi marinai che sono stati, diciamo, degli eroi e che hanno trasmesso questo entusiasmo alle nuove generazioni.
The Italian city of Leghorn is in Tuscany, on the coast of the Tyrrhenian Sea. The characteristic layout of its harbor was designed by the Medici family and dates back to the 16th century. Year after year it gained importance, becoming one of the busiest ports on the Mediterranean Sea for trade and commerce. When a shipping vessel approached land, people working in the port had their chance to work hard and earn money. So they would run toward the sea, whatever the weather condition, and row as fast as possible to reach the incoming ship. This was especially true in adverse conditions, when it was essential to help the vessel unload its cargo. The first boat to reach the sides of the ship, or even to throw some object on her deck, gained the right to handle the operations of rescuing and unloading. Now you understand why they were called Risi'atori, those who risk. Since 1978, the city of Leghorn has re-evoked those times with a contest between the different city districts, challenging each other in physical strength, strategy, control, and passion. Ever since its first edition, the Cup has been named after Tito Neri, a Risi'atori himself, and founder of one of the largest companies for towing, support, and assistance at sea.
Actually, with the edition of the Risi'atori Cup of this year, which is the 35th edition, we would like to underline with a special edition these two concepts. The first that relates to our company group through the name of the founder of our maritime company, Mr. Tito Neri, that at the beginning of the 20th century founded its maritime company in the harbor of Livorno. And the second value is the value of tradition that is linking this event to the city and to the origins of the city, which are maritime related, and wants to represent this value of competition that was done at the beginning of the century, when the people risking their own lives with every weather condition and every sea condition. Here comes the name Risi'atori, were usually going outside the harbor to gain the right to serve and give assistance to the commercial vessels coming in and out from the harbor of Livorno.
There are 4 categories, the first 2 for women and junior classes. 4 rowers and a helmsman are the crew for a race starting from the far side of the Medicean port. Then the senior athletes compete in events for 2 types of crew. The first kind consists of 4 people rowing a distance of 2.5 kilometers from the Veliaia dike. The final one, competing for the top class, is made of 10 rowers, covering the grueling distance of 7.6 kilometers, starting from near the Meloria Tower and rowing constantly for over 35 minutes. 5 different crews took part in the women's race. Borgo Cappuccini took first place over the 2 boats of Livorno Sud, who won the silver and bronze medals. Then, in a head-to-head competition for the junior class, a second victory went to Borgo Cappuccini over their first rivals of the Venezia district, with Salviano completing the podium.
Quando noi andiamo a fare queste gare, quando noi ci sacrifichiamo durante l'inverno, quando noi usciamo col mare mosso, col mare calmo, sacrifichiamo la famiglia, sacrifichiamo tante cose, lo facciamo per portare avanti le tradizioni di Livorno. In gara si farebbe di tutto per vincere e lì viene fuori il carattere sportivo, il carattere del livornese, il carattere della gente di scoglio, come viene detto da noi.
All the teams represent different districts of the city, similar to the Palio of Siena. So the rivalry and the mocking among them is as high as the pressure to perform. They don't spare any energy during the race, and sometimes their maneuvers are barely within the limits of the regulations.
Appena finita la gara, tagliata al traguardo, non esistono più gli odi o i nemici, esiste il livornese. Tutti poi lottiamo per un bene comune, che è la tradizione, che è Livorno. Ma il livornese classico è un esplosivo altruista, non pensa a quel che succede dopo. Nel bene e nel male ci si butta a capofitto.
The action continued with more tough races. Senior classes, crews of 4 and 10 rowers. The shorter race covers 2.5 kilometers, with 7 boats taking part. The start is at the Diga della Vignaia, the outer dike protecting the harbor from strong wind and waves. From the very beginning, it was San Jacopo in the lead, rowing mightily without ever letting up. Venezia set out from the far side of the course. But before the first turn, they cross the field and are clearly right behind the leaders. Third position was a close race between Livorno Sud and Borgo Cappuccini. San Jacopo didn't slow down, making it impossible for the others to catch up. Physical contact between two teams in the back created some tension. This is ordinary in such competitions. Participants train for a whole year using all their spare time in order to be in shape for the big day and to give it their all. It's time to pass under the bridge, and San Jacopo clinches a great victory, followed by Venezia and Livorno Sud.
Forza, eccoli! Forza San Jacopo! Forza, andiamo a vincere questa prima regata di questo pomeriggio. Eccolo, il Venezia ha reso gli onori, ormai ha capito che purtroppo il San Jacopo è stato più forte. Grandi anche loro, non perdiamo
In the hardest category, 10 rowers and their helmsmen sit aboard every gozzo, ready for the longest distance. This year, the formula has been changed a bit, and the maximum amount of participants is limited to 8 boats. In the past, the districts reached as many as 15 gozzi, but the organizers decided to restructure the rules to make for a tighter, more streamlined race.
La partenza, siamo 8 imbarcazioni a una distanza di circa 30 metri, quindi con i remi aperti siamo molto vicini, basta che ci sia un po' di corrente, un po' di vento e i remi quasi si toccano, quindi siamo tutti elettrizzati, pronti su questo cavo che collega la torre della Meloria e il faro, pronti per partire, per fare questi 45 minuti che non sono pochi, non è uno scatto di pochi minuti, cioè bisogna cercare di equilibrare le forze. Ecco che allora entra anche lì in gioco il timoniere e i capivoga per cercare anche di distribuire bene le forze.
So the teams involved are Benci Centro, also known as Ovo Sodo, Borgo Cappuccini, Labrone, Livorno Sud, including Antignano, Ardenza, La Rosa, Montenero, and Quercianella, San Jacopo, Salviano with Colline, Cotetto, and Stazione, San Marco Pontino, Venezia. They all gather by the Meloria Tower and the lighthouse. The structure is from the early 1700s, but the oldest portion dates back to the 1200s, built to warn against dangerous shallows with just 50 centimeters of water. Let's not forget, we are over 4 miles away from the coast and from the arrival. The weather is unstable and it's been raining today. Luckily, there's not much wind, but at this distance, the waves can be an ordeal for such small boats. This is in the spirit of the race, though, when workers paid no mind to difficulties and had to row relentlessly to reach their destination. The starter shoots the gun, and once again the team of the Venezia district leaves the buoy first. In second position, there's Borgo Cappuccini, and third is a head-to-head battle between Salviano and San Jacopo. It's the beginning of a long breakaway for Venezia. The 10 rowers are in perfect shape. and their faces show no sign of effort. It is amazing to consider that we're talking about